manageable units called iterations or sprints. So here Agile divides the Agile, this point, right? Agile divides the project into small units called iterative iterations or sprints. So this is one, right? And so each sprint delivers a quality product, a potential product, and also it will get keep on incremented. Okay. So key principles of agile methodology, right? So core values are individuals and interactions over process and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration, that is the thing, respond to change over following a plan. So in agile, right? So they are following a plan. So there will be a chance of changing the current plan. So it's a sprint, right? Either it can be 4 week sprint, it can be 1 week sprint, it can be 2 week sprint, anything. So if you keep principles, right? So frequently delivery of the product will happen 1 to 4 weeks. So we discussed, right? Either it can be sprint, 4 week sprint. So the deployment will be there within 4 weeks, or there are 2 week sprint, there are 1 week sprint, there are 3 week sprint also. Yeah. So based on the project PO's decision, and so there will be changing requirements even late in the development. There will be last changing requirements, continued attention and technically excellence. So there will be a good design. The best architectures and design emerges from self-organization teams, right? Agile. See, agile frameworks, if we discuss agile frameworks, right? Go here. Okay, I'm taking one. So normally, so agile. So agile is nothing but we discuss a software development methodology. Here, agile frameworks. So agile, we can include here. Agile frameworks. Okay. Normally, there are frameworks based on like uh, okay. One is Scrum. This is one framework. One more is we have Kanban board. Kanban board. So normally we used to work with these two, but there are some other also, lean, crystal, and all. But we have not worked. We used to work with this agile framework. Some companies will use Scrum board. Some companies will use a Kanban board. Okay. Here, uh, here we go with the sprints. Okay. Here we go. We'll manage with the uh, scrums, sprints here. Okay. Normally, here we'll go with the sprints. Sprints like 1 to 2 weeks a sprint or 4 week sprint like this. So we will go with the sprint wise. So normally any company follows the sprints. Okay. Uh, Kanban, right? Kanban uses the boards. The Kanban, right? Here visualization visualizes workflows, workflows using boards. Okay. So Kanban board will be different. So that we will explain in our upcoming sessions. But first, here we are discussing about only the agile frameworks, agile methodology. This is there will be agile methodology side. Now, Scrum overview. Scrum roles are there. Here, sprint side, this Scrum, right? We are following mostly the Scrum. There will be Scrum roles. What are the roles of the Scrum? Okay. What are the Scrum roles? Hmm? So there will be product owners, nothing but POs, and the Scrum Master will be there. Scrum Master will be there. Scrum Master will be there, and development team will be there. So QA team will be there, right? Here the product owners, right? So they are responsible for the product upcoming features or what has to be developed. Or, so the product vision, he will be having more product vision and backlog priorities. He is going to choose the backlog priorities also, POs. Scrum Master, right? He facilitates the team. So removes blockers, ensures Scrum practices are followed. Means the Scrum Master will encourage the team. So there are no blockers. So Scrum Master keep on checking. So where are we? So are we good with the development process? So nowhere, no blockers, right? So he is encouraging the team. Plays a key role for the development team to complete their task. Okay. So development team, right? So they will code. So they will code based on the requirements. Okay. QA team, they will test whenever the build or deploy the product is ready for testing. Now we have some artifacts, right? Some Scrum artifacts are there. What are the Scrum artifacts? So here, Scrum artifacts. Scrum artifacts. Artifacts. What are the Scrum artifacts? Product backlog. Product backlog. Sprint backlog. Backlog. So there are like product backlog means a list of all desired features or requirements. So PO what he will do, right? He will be discussing with the end users, right? And he has a separate rabo with the product owner has a separate rabo with the business analyst as well as the end users or uh, with the clients. So he is responsible for picking the features for development. He will be assigning, he plays a major role, product backlog. And he will list all the features to be developed based on the requirements. Sprint backlog. So we have one more called sprint backlog, right? So a subset of a product backlog selected from for a sprint. Okay. Sprint backlog is nothing but subset of a product backlog. So selected for a sprint. All right. Now we have one more called here. I will update here Scrum events. What are Scrum events? Scrum events, right? Sprint planning will be there. Sprint planning will be there. Daily stand-up will be there. Daily stand-up. Sprint review will be there. Review will be there. Sprint retrospective. This is very important. Retro, retrospective. Okay. Okay. See here, Scrum events, right? So the Scrum events are very important. We can check the progress of the team or individual developers, right? So sprint planning will happen. So define sprint goals and backlog items to be done. Okay, in the sprint planning. So what are the sprint goals? How many tickets? What are the features? Is the features are divided into unit mm, unit tasks. Once the task is defined, so everything will happen in the sprint planning, and also backlog items also to be reviewed and to be taken for development. Okay. Now daily stand-ups, right? What is meant by daily stand-ups? So 15 minutes of meeting of daily stand-ups. So here only, this is very important when compared to waterfall and the agile. So 15 minutes meeting, no, to discuss progress and blockers. So every day 15 minutes. So that is nothing but daily stand-up. So here what will happen, right? Discussing what are the tasks, the either development or QA, what they are working on. So are there any blockers? What you have done today, what you are going to pick tomorrow, and any blockers. These things they will discuss. Okay, if you have blocked, you can report here, or you can ask team to look into it, or to the scrum master, or any blockers, or how with the progress and all you can update here. So this is one important. So normally, right, previously when we have in waterfall, right, like 90s and all, we get 2 years of time to deliver the application, to get the application, to deliver a time of 2 years of time requires to deliver any application. So time waste happens. Okay. No seriousness till 1 year. So nowadays, like before, right? So everyone picks at the last moment, right? After 1 year, we get seriousness and we start development. Our resources may be leaving in 1 year. So that is waste of time, right? Giving KT to the resource. If you want to quit, moving from to another job, no? Then his the resource KT knowledge is waste. So what are the time spent on the resource? So then again they have to pick another resource. So they have to give KT. They need to start work on it. Festivals, and when it comes to testing phase, right? At the end of the 2 years, so it may come. So again there will be testing, defects will be there, redeployment. See waterfall model now. So it may take some 2 years to deliver the application. So but when it comes to agile, right? So agile, yeah. So every day meetings will happen. So 2 weeks sprint. Every 2 weeks they will deliver, or 4 weeks sprint. So every 4 weeks there will be deployment to the production. So that is why, yeah, that is why advantages of agile is like faster in time. So to production. Okay. So where customers will be more happy. Okay. Better product quality we are getting because of everyday discussions, meetings. So 2 weeks sprint they are developing and they are deploying. So improved customer satisfaction, that is very important. Collaboration is happening with the team, with the customers. So early identification of issues, flexibility of changing requirements. At the last minute also they can change the requirements. They can develop the application. So that is the advantage of agile. Okay. Coming to sprint review, right here, the sprint review. So, so whatever the task or feature you completed, right? The sprint review call, you can demo that completed task or feature to the stakeholders, yeah, to the customers, to the end users. Okay. Sprint retrospective. See here, three things we'll ask: what went well, what didn't go well, what we have to improve. So sprint retrospective is one of the very important call. So here you can discuss what went well, what didn't go well, hmm, how can we improve our release process. How can we improve our development strategy? Huh? So is it good the release? So if the release didn't go well, can we do any changes on the plan like that? So retrospective, everyone will discuss some things. Okay. Coming to agile tools. Okay. So most of the see agile, right? Here I can create one more. So agile, to work with agile, right? So agile tools are necessary. Agile tools. What are the tools we go for agile? So first one is Jira, as everyone knows. Okay. So Jira we will use for the sprint basis. Okay, sprints. See, when you are using Trello, so here we are going with Kanban board style. Okay, even you can use Asana. Also, you can use version one and Rally. So these are other tools, but normally people will choose Jira. So most of the time. So this is one thing. Okay. See, agile testing is one of the continuous testing approach. Okay, testing happens in parallel, so along with the development. So focusing on early uh, defect detection. So testers must participate in story grooming, sprint planning, and retrospectives too. See, story grooming now. So you are going to analyze the requirements, walk through the requirements, and during a sprint planning. So the sprint planning will take with the product owner, scrum master, dev team, so everyone. And the retrospectives, right? We discussed what went well, what didn't go well, what can be improved. So agile best practices, right? I can create one more. See, agile best practices. Agile best practices. Says no. Yeah, here. So user stories. One thing is user stories. So user stories are so tasks. User stories or tasks. See, instead of lengthy requirements, no, they will go with user stories or tasks. Okay. Here, users acceptance criteria. Criteria for definition of done. Definition of done. Okay. Like that. Here, CI/CD. CI/CD. Continuous improvement, continuous development. Okay. And also retrospectives. Retrospectives. Okay. Retrospectives will improve the process. So some are there. Hmm. So this is about the agile. If you find this session is interesting, please subscribe my channel. And so we are working with agile, right? And see why we move to agile. Say some things. Why we move to agile? So we discuss, right? So waterfall model it used to take. See, waterfall model will be there, requirements phase will be there, design phase will be there, development phase will be there. A testing phase will be there, maintenance phase will be there. So everything will be there. But waterfall model, no, first requirement phase will complete, then only design phase comes. Design phase will complete, then only development phase comes. So one by one, one by one. So the delivery may take years. So in that cases, so there will be some errors. If they are getting some errors, or there will be a chance of mm, moving out of the project, or going searching for other job, resource, resource moving. So they need to pick the new resource. Okay, some challenges, right? Waterfall model, but agile model, no, everything happens huh? Parallelly. Development phase, testing phase, design phase, everything will happen parallelly. And also, why we move to agile, right? Due to some error process. Okay, there will be some errors. Understanding type of errors, type of errors. Okay, this is also one key. So after understanding this type of errors also, so after understanding about these procedures, so we got agile technology. Okay, develop so some things, no, there will be development errors, development errors. So when you are following agile method, development errors has to be fixed to go to the next phase of testing. All should be clear. Okay. So what kind of development errors will be there related to functionality, related to functionality, hmm, and related to functionality, usability. Hmm. Who will find out these errors? QA testers, QA testers, or so dev testers, testers in unit testing, and also who is that other one? Maybe clients. So they will do beta testing, right? Maybe so that also development errors may be there. And also build and configuration errors. Build and configuration errors. What are the build and configuration errors? Okay, maybe installation issues, server issues. Okay, network issues, firewall issues. Okay, maybe packages or dependencies. Okay, okay. So when you are setting up the environments, dev, QA, UAT, so or performance, some things, no, these kind of errors also we may face. So for long term development, no, these and all will not be accepted. Okay, that's why in agile, right, these errors also will be covered on time if in within